Hey everyone, it's Bree with Reads and Rituals, and I'm back with the reading today. So I was doing some pre-shuffles, already back of the deck, Ten of Wands. So you can feel like you've been carrying like the weight of the world on your shoulders. I'm not saying literally, but maybe some of you could feel like that because, now that we're in a new year, as we get older and we experience life, like there are certain things that do get easier because we grow, but still like there's burdens that get added on to us every year because, as we age, we naturally take on more responsibilities or not, but then either way, like it just affects us. Like as we age, we absorb more life experience, like it just adds up. So you can be feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and that you're having a hard time making a decision about like your value system. Like you're trying to decide because maybe something recently happened to you, or you've been doing some reflection about what's your life, because once the new year comes, you reflect on the year before and what you did differently or what you want to do differently, like resolutions, and you see how you want to operate in 2024. But I am going to say this is timeless. So maybe you've just recently done a period of reflection. Now you're like rethinking something that you used to, think you had a firm belief on, but now you're like questioning that. So this is what I got with the Two of Swords. We also got the Fool card. So like there's a new beginning, that's like a leap of faith that you're taking in one direction, but you still can't make a decision on how you're going to proceed. You don't want to be in the Four of Cups is what I'm seeing. Like I think you are interested in whatever this is, but you want to make sure like you're making the right decision about it. Like you don't want to make a decision and then end up not being, because in the traditional Four of Cups, it's like, a cup being handed out from the sky. So you basically want to make sure you're taking the cup from the sky. You don't want to have to look back and be like, oh shit, I didn't take the cup from the sky because I thought X, Y, and Z. But either way, I'm hearing like, don't beat yourself up. Just follow your heart about this. But I feel like that's where you're confused at because you don't know what your heart wants, and thinking about that Selena Gomez song, the heart wants what it wants. Four of Pentacles. So you could be holding on to like some old belief system, but now like because of what you experienced in your life thus far, like it's starting to not resonate with you like it used to, and you're thinking about making a change in like your belief system. And I'm thinking like this affects like your life as a whole, like how you operate as a whole. And with Five of Wands in reverse, it's like you want to come out of conflict with somebody, or you want to come out of conflict pertaining to a situation. Like you're done like competing. You just want things to be easier. I'm hearing with the Four of Pentacles too, you're looking to let some things go, but you're not sure what to let go. Like with the two, you're not sure what to let go in order to achieve this, like, release, like with the, what did I just say? Oh yeah, the back of the deck on here was Ten of Wands. So yeah, you want to get this, you're tired of carrying this Ten of Wands, okay? And so you're like, I'm done, I'm trying to come out of conflict, this and that, like, so yeah, black and red could be significant. So, oh yeah, okay, I'll just take it because it flipped out like that. But we have the Four of Pentacles again. Like within the first few minutes of the reading, it comes out twice. So like somebody's holding on to something real tight, and but I'm feeling like like everyone, like, mm, maybe the people around you all have the same belief, but you're like the only one who is thinking differently about it. Wow. Look at that. Look at the left candle just kind of doing, you know, a little dance. So, you could, I don't know, this could be like a friend group or something. Like somebody has a differing opinion and maybe they're too afraid to share it to the rest of the group, and they're willing to even debate leaving the group, but they know it's going to cause a lot of like conflict and upheaval if they do that. I'm hearing like somebody might be afraid to stand alone, or you're trying to think of how to keep this belief to yourself while still being in the group and like playing both sides. That's what I'm hearing. So, I did get some cards in the pre-shuffles, but now that I'm channeling, Spirit's like removing it from my mind, so I'm hearing from Spirit, just channel. So if it kind of goes all over the place and it sounds like I'm rambling, the energy I'm feeling is like, you know, there's an energy in this collective that I'm reading for that really wants to get this information out, and it's kind of like I'm feeling like a rushed energy, like hurry up or something like that. But you know, like I'm the reader, like okay, and it's like if you're trying to get this message out through me, like don't be doing all that. So yeah, you could be feeling like other people's opinions are like being pushed on you right now, real heavy. Um, yeah, so Spirit could have been prepping you for something for a while. Like maybe you thought like it was all in vain, like Spirit wasn't listening to you, like Spirit just let it happen, like kind of like that whole thing with like, you know, like God and stuff, like with, if you resonate with that, like why people become atheists or something, or go to the other side of that and just completely abandon the God word. Because I know people who like hate that word. I've come across like pretty much people of every religion in my life personally. Like I've known and was friends with atheists, I've been friends with Satanists, I've been very closely connected with Christians, you know, throughout my life because I grew up like that. And then now, like in the present, you know, I'm spiritual, so that's, you know, I've, you know, met people, you know, in that field as well. But basically, for those who resonate with like the reason why they changed religions in the first place was because like they felt like God failed them and wasn't listening to their cries for help and this and that, and then they were mad at God, abandoned God, and some went, you know, aka they went to the devil. Or but me personally, I don't believe in like the devil how the Bible says it. I just believe in like dark energy and light energy, like everything is one and then it splits. Anyway, like basically I kind of got my base of spirituality off this book called Conversations with God. And I believe, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the author is Neil Donald Walsh. And he has a 3-book series, and I read all 3 books. So honestly, like it opens you up to a point where it really kind of does have you like in the dark for a while, because it really breaks down like all the structures in your mind. It's not just for Christianity, like it breaks down constructs of every religion. Like let's say you grew up Hindu or something, and then like you don't want to believe that no more, or not you don't want to, but like you're questioning it or something like that. So if you read that book, like it'll break down the constructs to where you kind of have to put it together all by yourself again, and that could be really scary because like it really affects every single area of your life, to where like you're gonna be like afraid to like make a move, but you have to like take a step somewhere. Like even not taking a step is taking a step. So if you're just in one place, like that's still like, you know, for example, not making a decision is still a decision, and you're still gonna get karma for that. Well, some people don't believe in karma, but me personally, I believe in karma. Like to the max, because I've seen it happen in my life. At least in my life, it plays out like 100%. So yeah, let's get some playing cards. So you could be holding on, since I've been talking about religion, to like a religious belief system or some kind of group consciousness, and like you're feeling stuck. Page of Wands. So you're looking for inspiration, you're looking to learn, but I feel like in your 3D world, you're still rejecting that because you don't want to get persecuted or ridiculed or something like that. I'm hearing pinky promise. So you could have made a promise to somebody or something. I think I'm reading people who are like a part of like cults or something. Like they made a promise and you trying to get out or something. Yeah, 8 of Cups and upright, like you trying to get out. And I'm hearing the movie Get Out. They're not gonna let you out or whatever, like what they did to the guy or whatever. So, yeah, 9 of Swords and the upright. You could be all up in your head because you don't know what to do. But I'm hearing, like, from something I saw earlier on TikTok, you don't have to make the choice now, but I know it's probably eating you alive right now, is what I'm hearing. With 6 of Wands, you want victory in your life, but you just don't know. You're trying to figure out even how to stay in whatever you're in and still get the victory somehow, but without ruffling too many feathers. You want a new beginning. 7 of Swords upright, but this is deception, but there's some sort of deception that has to take place. And it's like you don't know who you're hurting, but you know for sure that you're hurting. So you're wondering if you should save yourself or just kind of like adhere to what everybody else wants. 6 of Pentacles, yeah. So there could be like an unequal give and take. There could be a power struggle with 8 of Pentacles. Like maybe someone is doing way more than the other or whatever your role is. Like you're doing the most, but you're not getting the recognition. Alright, let's be done with these cards right now. Let's get a chakra card. Like these cards are double-sided, so what I do is just kind of shuffle them and then I just pick, unless one flies out, but I decided to put these 2 back. So we got the heart chakra. Yeah, so this is like breaking your heart. Yeah, it's the number 28. It says, I am able to trust my heart. So yeah, promotes compassion, welcomes optimism and inspiration, encourages an awareness of our connection to all beings. So yeah, the number 28, some of you could be 28, some of you could be born in 1982. Some of you could be born on the 10th of a month. And then also 2 + 8 in numerology is 10. So something's coming to a completion, or something's about to like come to a completion. Yeah, so I feel like for the collective, I'm even kind of speaking for myself, like your heart chakra could be closed or blocked because of heartbreak in the past. And if you're like over the age of 18, you know, I'm pretty sure, I mean, unfortunately, like you had your heart broken at least once, and I don't know, it was significant enough to where like your heart chakra has been closed off, and like now the way you live, it's like, you know, like the whole villain era, like you're like in your villain era and like you want to like bring the love back in your heart somehow. That's what I'm hearing. So I had to hit the vape because, yeah, no explanation. You know, no is a complete sentence. So maybe some of you were like yes men or yes women or yes people. and like you want to start standing up for yourself, but because of this whole community neighborhood that you're in, like you don't know how to like be this way, like without, like I was saying, like without ruffling feathers. So let's get some soul oracle cards. And I feel like this could have been on the shelf in your mind for a long time, but you're really like contemplating it now. Like, and the reason why I say this is because I have a deck that I bought like months ago, probably like at least 6 months ago, but I haven't opened it, and I don't even know why I haven't opened it in 6 months. You know, it's just kind of sitting there, but I know I plan to. It's kind of like you put something on the back burner, and it's been on the back burner for like a while. And since I said 6 months, probably 6 months or more. And then there's times where you forget about it, but then you think about it, and you're like, oh, I have that deck in my drawer, you know, but I haven't opened it. And it's like you don't even think about when, but you know it's there. It's just, you know, y'all can, you know, kind of see what I'm trying to say. Like this one, this card says, awaken the magic of your creativity, immerse yourself in the world of feelings. So yeah, maybe like some of you have an issue right now with sitting with your feelings, like your deep emotions, because you don't want to like break down and like cry, or you don't want to like have pain in your body. Because if you don't address your feelings and like a lot of time goes by, it starts manifesting in your body, like whether you like it or not. And I had to learn this the hard way too. So when my body started like, you know, feeling these random pains, and then like when you go to the physician, like everything's fine, it's like, okay, well, this is a spiritual problem, you know. So yep. This one says, your deepest desires constrain you. It says, let them go to clear your mind. So maybe you have some things, like some goals in your life that you want to achieve, but you feel like you're conflicted because what you want requires you to be in this group, community, neighborhood, area, state, country, whatever the hell. But your beliefs is like counteracting that, and then you wonder if you switch the beliefs to what you want, if you could still achieve said goal. Yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. All right, and I'm hearing time is of the essence. So like, even if you were to achieve this goal, you're like, well, what if I'm too old? Like, what if it's gonna take too much time? I know people say it's never too late, but I mean, for some like fields or goals, you know, in society, like if you don't complete it by a certain age, it's kind of like difficult to thrive. But I mean, you'd be surprised if you just do some research and talk to people that you haven't talked to before. You'd be surprised. So I think Spirit is encouraging you to open your mind. Try to open your mind to new possibilities, but it could be hard for you to do that because you're so used to one way, and it's hard to actually step out on faith. And especially if you've done it in the past and it didn't work out in your favor, you know, that'd be difficult for anyone. This says, lost in the ruins of the past. It says, find the way to the present moment and live. But it was in reverse, and I don't read these in reverse all the time, but for this reading I will. So basically, instead of the past, like, you're focused on the here and now and even the future. So you're trying your best to push the past down. Like I said, Spirit is not gonna let you like it's not even spirit, it's the universe. Like, it's universal law, so it's like, it's not even spirit's like fault per se. Like, it's gonna happen, it's inevitable. So is what I'm hearing. The Tower in reverse, so it could have been a recent Tower moment, and the Tower in reverse means something inevitable. So like, the longer you wait, it's just gonna like, it's gonna just like spill out eventually. Like, you know how you hold in like feelings, whether it's anger or happiness or sadness or resentment towards someone or something, and then like you get so upset or whatever that you just like have an outburst or something. Or if it's like the other way around, you get extremely excited and you make an impulse decision, something like that. It's gonna be an impulse action, and so then that's in your mind, like, oh, okay. So it's like, should I act now? It's just too many factors. And then this says a wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. So I think that's what connects to the Fool card that I got in the priest shuffle. Let's get one more of these. Oh my goodness. Okay. This says, have the courage to be free. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. And then it says, your deepest desires constrain you. So even though you want this desire, it's actually holding you back. And if you have freedom, then the sky is the limit. Like, I'm hearing like you gotta burst through that glass ceiling. It's glass. Like, I mean, sometimes you gotta be in the dark. You know, they say what's done in the dark comes to the light, right? So you gotta go into the dark on purpose, which is the unknown, which is the 5D, and then like you're not gonna know what the fuck is going on for a long time, probably, or like at least a little bit of time. And I deal with this personally, like, often, because I'm a spiritual person. So not often as I used to, but because I feel like I've grown in my spirituality to where like my intuition has grown because I really put time into this. So like, I had to make that commitment to like put time into spirituality, so like when situations like this come up again, like I don't have to like be as stressed as I used to be. So you could be feeling similar to this. Like, it's like with the Fool, like he's taking a leap of faith, but then like there's he's at the end of a cliff. So like if he takes an extra step wrong, like he could fall to his demise. And yeah, that's scary. And then there's a dog right next to the person, like barking to like say like hold up, like, and then he's carrying like a you know, like a whatever you call that, like he's a nomad or something. So you could have moved a lot in your life, like even if it's in the same like area, but you've moved a lot, or you're always on the move. So yeah. Oh, this is also number 28. Wow. So yeah, 28 could be significant. Like I said, which reduces to 10, which reduces to 1. So it has 1 and 10 in the same number. So yeah, like the beginning and the end is like within freedom, you know. So, but I'm hearing from spirit, you know, like you're wondering like, how do I get to this freedom? Like, that's not an answer that's clear, you know, because there's already things in place. I'm hearing like, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm hearing like young versus old, you know, like young versus old, black versus white. I'm not talking about race, but it could also be that. And I'm hearing like nature versus nurture, so natural talent versus having like building up a skill. People who are naturally talented, you know, like they have it naturally, versus like someone like working at it for years to get success, versus someone who naturally has it in them. So like it's stuff like that. So it's kind of like, this is about success. I'm hearing like achieving your dreams, like And I'm hearing like people from the past, even people, your ancestors who have passed over, who are like encouraging you to go for your dreams in a way, like your ancestors are like cheering you on and stuff like that. But this is deep. And I feel like this is like what everybody thinks, you know, deep down, but no one talks about it. Like, you know, not like that. Or when they do talk about it, they like laugh it off, but like, no, like we be hella serious about that shit. You know, like people who are like quote unquote famous, quote unquote rich, you know, that type of stuff. So, but yeah, but then I'm gonna go back to that term health as wealth, because okay, so why are people who have less money sometimes happier than people who have the money? Because money doesn't always equal happiness. Like, you know, I'm not even about to bring up the Bible verse, so don't even worry about that. But it's like at the same time, it's like everybody's idea of happiness is different, okay? So like, but if you're in a group or a community, it's and you're all trying to get on the same page, like that's hard because everybody's view is different, and like there's gonna be conflict. So it's kind of like, how do you be an individual? Maybe some of y'all are dealing with issues with like power struggles, like in your relationship. So maybe like your boyfriend or girlfriend thinks one way and y'all are trying to still be in a relationship, but then there's those situations where like one partner outgrows the other, and so they have to so they leave or whatever. Or this could be like a parent-child thing, so where like the child, you know, is becoming an adult or is an adult, and they don't want to like go to college or work a regular job. They want to like go the creative route, and then the parent wants them to go a certain other route. And then usually what the parent does is they like hover the finances over their head, and then, you know, they have to make that decision, you know, all that type of stuff. Those are just two examples. Or like outgrowing a job, like if you know you should have got the dang promotion but you ain't get it, and you know your job's not gonna recognize your hard work and stuff like that. You know, you're like feeling anxious about starting over a whole new job somewhere and having to start all over and like build those connections and, you know, kiss ass to the ball, you know, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, I didn't know Spirit was going to have me talk about something like this. But, I mean, I think when I do make my readings, like, I do talk about, like, universal consciousness from time to time. So, it's usually either about love, about alchemizing the self, or it's about, yeah, like, the grand consciousness of things. So, yeah, I'm getting the sacral chakra. So, yeah, like your sacral chakra could be, like, underactive. Like, maybe you use your sacral chakra, like, for a reason that you don't want to. Like I understand how hard that could be, but, you know, I'm just trying to get the messages out from Spirit, because I don't know if this message is really for me, because, like, my journey is like similar, but it's a lot different at the same time. But yeah, so also what Spirit is getting, your chakras are really important. Balancing the chakras. It says, I am protected by the strength of my being. So some of you think like you're nothing without these people or this belief, but, you know, like in like atheism or like other religions, it's like they say that we are our own God and stuff like that. And I understand, you know, people can take that out of proportion, because there's a negative side and the positive side to that. So like the negative side is like you're prideful, you think like you know it all, but then that could hinder you because you think you know it all and have it all together and you're a God. Okay, we get it. But then it's like you're still not getting to where you want to go, but then you still trying to like act like you know. But taking accountability is also part of being a leader, and admitting when you're wrong is part of being a leader. It doesn't mean that your followers won't follow you, but I mean, at this point, when you're a leader, you have to, like, when you work at a job that has a lot of turnover, like, that could be stressful for the manager who has to keep hiring people over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you're a leader, like, you know, they say it's a cost to be the boss. So, like, you got to pay. Like, when you have a business, you usually take more losses in the beginning than anything. And you can have those, like, you can either be breaking even or just having straight up losses for, like, years before you even, like, pick up. So those people who just get that instant shit, I don't know. Like, that's, like, they be talking about the artists that are industry plants or whatever, or already have, like, parents in the industry. But I'm just talking about the regular schmegular Cardi B shit, person who is trying to do whatever. I mean, yeah, there's luck, but you know, hard work takes. If it's talking about a bigger dream, I'm hearing it's gonna take years, and I got that in the shuffle I did maybe about 2 days ago on my TikTok. I got years. Like, it's gonna take years. So like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in months. It's years. So, how many years? I don't know. But whoever is, you know, inquiring about this and they want things to hurry up, it's not that simple. And so, like, I feel like this person or whoever's in the collective, you know, maybe they've resorted to the group consciousness. You know, like they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know, to try to like put them on to something faster. I mean, that works for some people, but then sometimes they only get 15 minutes of fame and not, you know, like people like, you know, the Beyoncés and the who else? Like the Rafael Nadal and what other sport? The Michael Jordan and, you know, all of them. But all of them have like stories of where they was like fucking up for a while. It's like, y'all don't want to fuck up for a while. Y'all just want to get right to it. Like, sorry, but you gotta fuck up for a while. Like, and it's not gonna be pretty. You're gonna be embarrassed. And I'm hearing y'all don't want to be embarrassed, but that you're not going to be able to handle. You got to have some skin in the game. And then, you know, like I said, I'm not Christian anymore, but you know, I still listen to sermons like every once in a blue moon. And Sarah Jakes Roberts, TD Jakes' daughter, like, she has a sermon about skin in the game. So it's like, if you don't like mess up in front of people and like get ridiculed, humiliated, how do you think you're gonna last when you're actually like out there in front of everybody, like, and it happens the first time? You're gonna like pass out and like die or something, like, because you can't handle it, because you haven't been through it and like pre-fame, like you haven't been through nothing, like, I don't know. Or you've been through stuff, but you haven't been through like public humiliation, like. And I know that sounds like hazing, like when you try to get into a sorority, which is a group, okay, and like that's why they have hazing, you know, because like how do they know that you're like the real deal if they don't put you through like these tests and trials? But you know, then some of you could be feeling like, I've already proved myself, blah blah blah. Well, then maybe it's time for you to find another person to work with, another place to live. I don't know, because if you think you keep trying at something and it's not working, and you know, but then I get it too, because like persistence too, like maybe you think, oh, if I just stay here and just keep trying, but then that's okay, but then that's when self-awareness and wisdom comes in, because there's people who think that what they believe Like, there's people who, like, if they don't believe, like, they grew up to where, most of us grew up to where, like, if you don't believe this, like, it's over for you or something. And some people, unfortunately, get really stuck in that, and then they really do, like, live their whole life, and then, like, it doesn't happen, and that's understandable. But then there's also, like, radical acceptance as to, like, what happens in your life and why it's taking this long. And then, yeah, that's hard, you know. But I'm also hearing, like, I don't know, it's kind of like when you know, when you go to college, or, and you, like, keep changing your major. And but then I'm also hearing, like, if you have, like, a close knit, you know, like, family or something, or close knit friends, or like, everybody, let's say everybody in this state does, like, carpenting services or something like that. Like, he's like, Jesus was a carpenter. Don't mean to, like, chuckle, but yeah, but, or everyone in this one town, they're all in the medical field. Everyone in this one town, they all do, like, I don't know, they all, like, make clothes. Like, they all make clothes or whatever. Or, yeah, everybody's in this one town sells hair. I don't know, like, and you think, like, that's the way to go, or, like, maybe when you get your foot in the door, then you could, like, switch to what you want to do. Like I said, you know, this is a very open subject, but it's also very unique to the person, because, but I understand, I understand, because you're attached to a group, collective, and those answers don't come fast. Like, they're not gonna get to your consciousness that quick. Like, and sometimes it may not in this lifetime, and I'm not saying that to be harsh, you know, like the Erykah Badu song, like, see you next lifetime and stuff. You know, that's why I believe in reincarnation, because I do believe that we have ancestors who, you know, give us signs and stuff like that, or we can connect to. And I genuinely believe our ancestors' dreams are in us, because, you know, maybe you have a parent who really wants you to, like, continue the family business or whatever, and, like, you're not with it. That's hard, because, you know, like, you're, like, forced sometimes, and you want to rebel, or maybe you already have rebelled, and you're not getting where you want to be. And that's in, like, a lot of movies and TV shows too. So maybe watching, like, your favorite movies and TV shows over the next, like, however long, like, in the short term, could help. But really, like, you have to pick yourself up first, you know, because no one's really going to take you serious unless you take yourself serious. So if you're trying to, like, suck up to whoever this is or whatever this is, it's not going to work. It's kind of like you have to, like, silently do it. Like, you know, actions speak louder than words. So you have to, like, show instead of tell. Like, ain't no show and tell. You know, like, don't expose it like that. Don't speak on somebody's name. Don't, like, lie on somebody's body or something like that. You gotta just show it, which takes a while, or not. Maybe like the small changes could be overnight, or maybe the small changes could be a couple weeks, and that'll kind of, like, get things going. Let's get a couple tarot cards. We're kind of, like, in the middle, so I'm about to starting to wrap this up. Yeah, so didn't see that. Yeah, so we got 6 of Pentacles, and Um, so yeah, you're trying to see if there's any outside help that you could, outside assistance that you could turn to. And I'm hearing like, when in doubt, go to organizations, like send emails and something. I'm hearing go to the library, send emails, do online research. If you can't go online, go to the library. I'm so serious. Ask people word of mouth where to go to get some type of assistance. Yeah, with Three of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, if you're, there's a quote that I really like, and it says, it's by like Thomas Jefferson. It's like one of them, President Theodore Roosevelt. It's like one of them. I'm a nerd, so like, and I love history. So it says, necessity is the mother of invention. Okay? So like, if you really need something, you're going to make a way. You're going to find a way. And like with this Two of Swords, it's like you don't trust that, you don't trust yourself that the way is right, but you're going to make mistakes along the way. That's just part of the process. And with Judgment, I'm hearing that if spirit sees that your heart is genuine, heart chakra, if you're genuine, like what you're seeking, then spirit will start showing you signs like, oh, okay, like I see that they listening, so I'm about to like have a divine event happen, like an unexpected event happen where like you find out some information that could like help you, that could assist you with what you're asking about. Like, let's say like you go somewhere and then you run into somebody and they say hi to you first, and then they ask you a question, and then you answer it, and then they give you an answer, and then you're like, oh, I didn't even know I needed to hear that. Yeah, so spirit could just put someone in your life, even for a few minutes, that could, mentor you or something like that. Like I said, for a few minutes. I'm not saying like actually go under someone else's wing, because I feel like whoever this is for, like you need to do this on your own, like without anyone like ongoing. Yeah, because that's the thing about big dreams, like it's everybody has their own recipe. Like the Kendrick Lamar song, The Recipe, and a lot of musical artists talk about it, and a lot of successful people talk about the recipe for success, and it's not the same for everyone. So like if you try to go by somebody else's recipe, I'm like rolling my eyes, because like that's like, like and it's true in real life. Like if you got a recipe from like a family member or a friend or something, and you make it, it's not really going to taste the same, because you're making it. Even if you use every ingredient measured, it's the same. Like maybe you're mixing it a little faster or something, or your oven is a different model, so like the oven watts is going to be different, or like the microwave watts. And so like now, like everything, it's a little, it's kind of has the same taste, but it's not how such and such used to make it or whatever. So I mean, what are you gonna do now? Like, like, are you gonna change the recipe to fit, how you want it, or are you gonna just keep making it the way someone else did it? Even though you have ancestors and friends and family and coworkers and stuff, it's like, it's almost like you don't have your life to yourself, and that could be really like depressing on the inside, and then you're just holding it in, and then one day you're gonna like blow everything up or something, like, you know what I'm saying, like blow up inside, metaphorically speaking. You're gonna blow everything up, and then you're gonna make things even harder because then you have to pick up all the pieces. And but I mean, even the most successful people have blow-ups, you know, and or like when somebody's successful, like all of a sudden loses everything, you know, or like when a huge scandal comes out after years of like being successful. So I mean, you know, it's okay to let go and have fun and not think about the future and not think about consequences, but eventually like it always catches up to you somehow, or if it doesn't catch up to you, then it's gonna catch up to the next generation, like people in the next life. You know, I do believe in generational patterns or generational habits. So like, even if you think you're scot-free, maybe people around you could face the same, you know, problem, and then you're back at square one, and you know you're turning in your grave because you know you see your next of kin like making the same mistakes, you know, and then you're trying to send them messages from the other side, and it's just, and then everyone can feel it, and it's just it's annoying. So yeah, you have the High Priestess card. So you could feel like let's get a clarifier. Queen of Cups. Clarifying. Four of Wands. So someone, okay, how did this just turn into that? So I'm hearing like someone thinks, okay, I'm just getting this random download. I'm hearing married for money. So maybe so people like who don't think they could make it themselves, they want to marry for money. Well, that's on you. Yeah, Spirit just said wrong turn. If you think that's gonna solve it, it's not. So I mean, if you think it's gonna solve it, I mean, that's your decision. So I don't know. Spirit saying that's the wrong turn. Okay, humble. Yeah, I'm thinking Kendrick Lamar again with the song Humble. Nobody pray for me. Yeah. Okay. So wrong turn and humble. I'm getting scammer energy. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you try to do things that way, I'm not, you know, you will get something like in the short term, but in the long term, you know, it's gonna eventually, like, the other party is gonna find out, and even if they don't find out, like, it's just not, the universe knows, basically, like, by universal law, you didn't put enough time into it, I'm hearing. Or sometimes you could just go to the person and be direct and like tell them, like, not like, oh hey, I want to but just be like, you know, like, what's up with you, like, I'm trying to get on. But not like that, obviously, but just have a genuine conversation, like, with the person. Like, I'm hearing that yeah, I don't know, it's definitely not that easy. How many times? Yeah, I feel like you've probably tried to go about something the same way a lot of times, and you know, it still hasn't brought you your desired result. I'm also hearing like burnout too. So let's say you were consistent with something genuinely, like you were like really consistent with it, genuinely consistent with it, for a while, but then like you didn't get the results you thought you could get while you were being genuine. So like you decided to like stop doing that like too soon, I'm hearing. So it's not that you can't get it genuinely, it's just it takes long. Yeah, like, you know, they say good things come to those who wait, but not literally sitting and waiting. Like, you have to, and I apologize in advance for all the Bible verses that this is triggering, but yeah, with confident, like they say faith without works is dead. So if you have to still do stuff, like you still have to like put work in and put time in, like, you know, and be consistent. And but sometimes, I don't know, like weekend. Can you clarify that, Spirit? That fell on the floor. I'm not gonna. Yeah, heart chakra in reverse. Yeah, everything has its own time frame. So consistency for somebody could just be on the weekend they dedicate to their dream, and bad intentions. Oh gosh. Okay, bad intention, wrong turn. Spirit, why am I getting this feeling of anxiety in my chest? Okay, yeah, well, heart chakra in reverse, bad intentions, wrong turn. Okay, so someone knows deep in their heart that oops. Oh gosh. Someone knows that what they're doing is, you know, has bad intentions tied to it, and that they took the wrong turn, but someone is confident that how many times, I don't know. But I'm about to wrap this up because we got signs and synchronicities. I feel like someone's all over the place, but I'm getting like, you know, sporadic isn't, you have to pick your own thing. Like sporadic, maybe. Like sporadic. So sporadic, like there's this, you know, YouTuber or a social media influencer that I like watching, and they talk about posting on a random basis. So even if you post randomly, you know, that could also be something, because something is better than nothing sometimes. And then, but then when it comes to sporadic, lies. So something was built on lies. And like, okay, illusion. Spirit, what are you trying to say? Weeks. Move on in reverse. So someone doesn't want a cycle to close, because they're gonna think that they missed their opportunity. 5 to 9. So this could have been, let's see, 5 to 9. All right, Spirit. So let me take a deep breath. So y'all know that that band One Direction. I mean, they're not together anymore, but all right. So I'm hearing there's three sides to every story. And then there's that. Is it a album or is it a song? Cause don't J. Cole have a song or an album called The Sideline Story? And then I remember in this song Jealousy in Reverse, Friends. So in that, so there's oh. So like in the hip hop world or whatever, there's this, at least in like the millennial type of stage, like, I'm just speaking off of what I've seen, like the three most popular rappers are Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. And then J. Cole is like, you think I'm running third? They threw the bronze at me. But there's a reason. Basically, Drake has the numbers and like the worldwide influence. Kendrick Lamar is just he goes really hard with his like wordplay, and like he like goes in and just very like he just be real like serious about that shit. And then, not that the other two aren't, I don't know how to explain it for Kendrick. He just be like really like on it. He's not really doing it for like the numbers or worldwide acclaim. He's just like, oh, I'm about to go in on this rap shit. And then Drake is like, pop-ish, and he can do all these other genres. Not that the other two can't, but Drake does all these other genres. He sings, he raps, he dances, he does all these genres. And then J. Cole, he just straight up lyricist, but he just has a different vibe to him. And then he kind of person who like, he'll pop in for a couple years and pop out for a couple years. Drake kind of just, he rarely takes breaks. He's always working. Like, he always got albums coming out every like twice a year, and singles coming out every 2 months. And Kendrick, he's like, okay, I'll take some years off, then I'll put an album, I'll do a couple features. I don't even know why I'm like making all this, talking about all this. But yeah, like everybody has their own style, their own flow, and like, tables have turned in reverse. Oh Lord. So I'm hearing Selena Gomez. If you want it, come and get it. But now, okay, so you know how Justin Bieber was with Selena Gomez, but now he's married to that, what's her name? Haley? The model? Anyway, alright, so Spirit is saying to just wrap this up because we're about to be towards the end. So we're back to Three of Wands, confirmation. Any last messages, Spirit? So yeah, talk to your spirit guides. Yeah, about the future. Alrighty, so I know that was like all over the place, but once again, this is Bree with Reason Rituals. Bye.